Hi, I'm Dan Dudge, the director of Sword Coast Legends, and we're here at GDC demoing the game.
So it's been a while since we've seen Dungeons and Dragons in a video game form. Talk a little about your take with Sword Coast Legends.
Well, for me, I've always been a fan of D&D. I started playing in the 70s and, played all the classic RPGs, Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate, and I really wanted to come back to these roots and really explore that again.
Talk a little about this game and what you guys are focusing on from a story perspective.
So we're not talking a lot about story, but I can tell you that we're delivering, a very classic experience, something that you would really expect in the legacy of, Icewind Dale or Baldur's Gate or any of those great RPGs. But we're adding a twist. We're adding Dungeon Master mode, allowing players to play as a fifth player and play as a Dungeon Master.
Talk a little about what you guys are showing specifically here at GDC from a gameplay perspective.
Right, we're showing how the player interacts with the party and showing that single player experience, and then we're also having a DM join in and show the DM experience.
When it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, what do you think it is about that franchise that has stood the test of time for so long?
Well, I think the lore, the history, I think the Forgotten Realms in particular is a really interesting place. I think there's been so many great games that have been done in the Forgotten Realms and in D&D. I think there's just a great legacy there, and there's a lot of fond memories for people. They really want to go back and relive those moments in those classic RPGs. And I think from a tabletop perspective, playing with your friends, it really doesn't get any better than that. And I mean, some of my best memories of playing D&D are the moments I share with my friends. And so Sword Coast Legends really allows you to relive those moments, not just at the table, but across the world.
And for those people who haven't played the tabletop games, talk a little about the world that people will be exploring through this game.
You have a very deep and rich world with the Forgotten Realms. I mean, there's a legacy of history that goes on for hundreds of years, and there's great characters, there's great locations, of course, awesome monsters and villains. So you're going to get a very deep, rich world that if you've never experienced through D&D before is going to be really exciting and new for you.
What role has technology played in allowing you to push things forward from the last time that we saw a D&D video game?
Well, the technology's made huge advancements. I mean, it not only allows us to be closer with the consumer with digital distribution, but the advent of technology now with the great tools like Unity and that have allowed us to really create that painterly, old school experience, but in a new way that still feels the same, but you get all the benefits of having a world you can move around in, rotate around in, zoom in, and really get in and explore.
Can you talk a little bit more about Dungeon Master? Because that correlates right back to the tabletop, but what does it bring to the video game experience?
Well, I think one of the key things about a great DM mode is that we've done is allowing the players to do it all in real time. You know, typically when you run a tabletop campaign, the DM has a huge investment in time where he spends a lot of time, figuring out what he's going to do. Even if he's doing a module, he's got to pre-read the module and put a huge investment, and that can be limiting for some people, especially with busy lives. So one of the approaches we've embraced right from the beginning is allowing people to jump in right away and provide a lot of that work up in front for them and allow them to engage as a DM right away. You can start the campaign at 7 o'clock on a Friday night and you'll all be in and playing at 7:05. And if you want to go deep though, and we're not talking about that right now, but if you wanted to go deep and plan a huge campaign for you and your friends, we're going to allow you to do that as well.